Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So I've finally decided on the niche that I want my specific YouTube channel to be about, and that will be financial freedom. So for those of you that don't know a bit about me, I am an accountant. I have a university degree in accounting. It's what I do for my work, and hopefully later this year I will become a fully certified CPA, so very excited to do that. That's 3 years of studying after my 3 years already from university. Yeah, I'm super passionate about finance and making sure everyone has financial freedom. I know what it's like to struggle with, like, you know, not being able to afford rent or pay your bills on time, just that daily struggle, and it kind of eats away at you. It's that constant thought on the back of your mind of like, oh, you know, maybe I can't go hang out with my friends this weekend, or probably can't go to that birthday dinner because, you know, the gift and dinner, it's like easily, you know, $100 or more gone. So, you know, my goal is I want everyone to make the right decisions with their personal finance situation, and in particular I'm really hoping to get to people while they're kind of young, say like between 18 and 35ish. I think that's the best time to like make those great habits, financial habits that are going to, you know, pay off in the long run. So there's a lot of channels out there about finances, but the ones that I've found, it's typically like they're, you know, they're already well into their career, so they've got an awesome salary, maybe they already own a house, they've got kids, you know, there's a marriage, so they've got 2 incomes. So I'm really focusing on what I know, which is, you know, the single life. So to start off with, it's probably a good idea to do a bit of a finance health check. So just what you want to do is figure out your current net worth. So what we're going to go through is our assets. So it might be like cash in your bank account, maybe you do own a house or a car, other assets, just kind of your general belongings, your laptop, mobile phone, things like that. So like, let's just add up all your assets, and then we also need to add up all your liabilities. So liabilities is kind of cash that you owe. So a good example of that might be like credit card debt, maybe a student loan or a help debt, it's called here in Australia. If you owe money to family or friends, you know, maybe you've got a bank loan, all your liabilities. And then if you take away the liabilities from your net assets, you'll be left off with your net worth. So, you know, hopefully you want that to be a positive number. So if you've got a financial goal, maybe you already know what it is, but so many people might say like, oh, I really want to get out of credit card debt, pay off my credit card. That's not really a specific enough goal. So straight away I would say like, well, how much do you owe on your credit card? And typically people are like, oh, I don't know, I just ignore it, don't really check it on a daily basis. So a better idea would be like, you know, to set up a goal of, I want to pay off, you know, the $4,000 I owe on my credit card, and I'm going to pay it off, you know, each week. I'm going to set up an automatic payment to get that paid off by this set date. And then it's a lot more of a smart goal. You know, you're measuring exactly how much you're going to pay off by what certain time. And another good idea is to kind of put that credit card out of your wallet, leave it at home in a drawer, and that way you're not going to accumulate even more debt by using it. And that goes for like online shopping too. Just don't use it, only use your actual cash at bank card for purchases. We are spending money, so there's lots of apps out there where you can track your spend. I recommend not using whatever the bank you're with has, because often, you know, it's not going to understand, say if you go to My Chemist Warehouse, whether you were buying medicine that you actually need, or if you were just buying kind of beauty products and, you know, spending $50 on all these things that you don't actually need. So it's best to track your spend. The one I use I'll put down in the description box below, so you can maybe use that one. I recommend tracking your spending for 4 weeks, just 1 month, and then you'll have a really good idea of where you're spending your money. So this lesson is all about cost control. So realistically, if we're trying to increase our savings or, you know, pay off our debt, we have 2 options. We either need to earn more money or reduce our costs. So I'll talk more about increasing our income or revenue later, but for now let's talk about reducing our costs, because that's the quickest way you can kind of achieve your goals in the short term. So I've got some ideas I can share. Some are a bit unorthodox, but just off the top of my head, you know, no alcohol. Straight up, no alcohol. It's a waste of money. Second of all, you know, always taking your meals to work. No more buying takeaway, things like that. Number 3 is intermittent fasting. So I do the 16 and 8, so I don't eat for 16 hours, and now I'm allowed to eat for 8 hours, from 12 midday to 8 p.m. So basically I will have lunch and dinner, and that's it. Another idea is to cut out meat, just for a month. Hear me out. If you're going to be making, like, you know, chicken salads or sort of pork curries or something like that, it's a lot cheaper if you just stick with chickpeas or you know, beans, just cheap staples, vegetarian staples. It will get you a lot further. In terms of entertainment, instead of always going out for dinner and drinks with friends, which usually could add up to, you know, $40, $60, $80, you know, invite them over for a movie night, have a board game night. You know, I don't want to say don't have a social life. You can have a social life, but just keep it things that are cheap or free. So even just meeting up with a friend to go for a walk in the park, go for a bike ride together, things like that, where you can just kind of, you know, save your money.